This tweet is from Asif Mahmood, Vice Chair of USCIRF, America's top body for international religious freedom, basically America's eyes and ears when it comes to religious persecution all around the world. There's no doubt that the language is horrible, especially coming from the Vice Chair of USCIRF, who is also running for the office, and it is shared, condemned everywhere in Facebook, Reddit, X, like it should be. But the hatred is not the main problem of this tweet. The main problem is Asif Mahmood never tweeted it. This tweet is generated artificially, most likely tweet generators, as websites like archive.org or Tweet History has no record or trace of this tweet. What could be the reason behind spreading it? In March this year, Mahmood's USCIRF recommended that the US State Department impose sanctions on India's Hindu nationalist volunteer group RSS and India's intelligence agency RNAW based on religious freedom violations. USCIRF also urged the State Department to designate India as country of particular concern. And there's a catch. Asif Mahmood is a Pakistani American.
Honestly, 30 or 40 years ago, when I was living in Pakistan and moving to America, there was not even a glimpse of idea that I would be doing what I'm doing.
A double wham. Then suddenly, this screenshot from 2017 tweet surfaced everywhere with the same exact screenshot at exact timestamp. It was even posted on a page called The Rational Indian, where ironically no one bothered to act rationally, which means to verify the claim. Even my friends from India and from Hindu backgrounds widely shared this fake tweet in various WhatsApp groups. One could let go of digital literacy, but the sheer scale of deficit of common sense is staggering. Even in an alternate universe, a person like the USCIRF Vice Chair wouldn't dare to spread such bigotry in public without facing immediate official backlash, which is obviously missing here. Forget the fact check, at least look at the grammatical mistakes. A Muslim leaders give no breath. Asif Mahmood is a Pakistani American, not a Pakistani cricketer. And this is not surprising if you know that India is the number one source of fake news globally. During the last year's India-Pakistan war, it was shameless and surprising to see that the Indian nationalists like this one spreading misinformation and then patting each other on the back. Even Hamas will not reveal their fake clips with such brazen display of low IQ. Ironically, India's industrial fake news machinery victimizes the Bangladeshi Hindu minority it claims to support. Since Bangladesh's 2024 revolution, a flood of Indian disinformation has drowned out genuine atrocities against Hindus, eroding their international credibility. For example, take this recent viral video from Bangladesh. Some Indian accounts claim the woman being attacked was Hindu. Then some other accounts labeled her as Christian. The narrative was to portray Muslims attacking minority families for not converting. In reality, the dispute was over a stolen cow, a mob attacking houses of locals named Ali Hussain and Tariq Mia. Just another day of mob violence in Bangladesh. I'm pretty sure Ali Hussain or Tariq Mia are definitely not Hindus. I guess the main victim was the cow, so whether it was communal attack or not will depend on the cow's religion. This fake news crisis from India can run into serious credibility issues. For instance, the US Congressman Sri Thanedar fell victim to fake news while addressing the Congress on the unjust incarceration of a Hindu monk in Bangladesh.
Arise today to bring awareness of the human rights violations in Bangladesh against the minority Hindus. More recently, we have seen Hindu priest being arrested and his lawyer was murdered.
The lawyer Alif was actually against the monk.
But the fake news propagated Alif is the lawyer of the monk, while the truth was much more uglier and sinister.
After that incident, all the Hindu lawyers were targeted with violence. Even the monks' lawyers couldn't appear in court due to widespread threat to their lives.
যদি কেউ সাহস করে এই চিন্ময় দাসের পক্ষে এবং চিন্ময় দাসের দোষরের পক্ষে কেউ যদি ওকালতি করতে চায় কিংবা ওকালতনামা দাখিল করে সাথে সাথে এই কোর্ট বিল্ডিং এর তাকে গণপিটা দিতে হবে।
But the whole issue got buried eventually under the pile of India's fake news. The monk Chinmay Krishna Das is still imprisoned without any bail since November 2024. On my part, I actually got to meet the congressman and try to explain him the whole clusterfuck within just a few minutes. Now, to be fair, where credit is due, USCIRF's 2025 fact sheet actually highlighted the arrest of the monk on trumped up charges of disrespecting the national flag under Nobel laureate aka scumbag Yunus's regime. No other Nobel laureate has emboldened fanatics like Yunus did within just 18 months. But you will not hear a peep about this from Yunus's powerful liberal allies like the Bidens, Clintons and Obamas. Instead, India's barrage of fake news handed Yunus and his Islamist backers a shield of excuses to dismiss genuine atrocities as nothing more than Indian propaganda. But on ground, there is no end to atrocities against minority Hindus, Sufis, Ahmadiyyas and indigenous people who are facing extreme living conditions in Islamized Bangladesh. A Hindu youth, Dipu Chandra Das, was brutally beaten to death for alleged blasphemy. His body was hung from a tree and then burned by a mob of angry Muslims. Just a couple of weeks ago, a holy man named Abdur Rahman, who was accused of disrespecting Quran, was hacked to death, similarly by an angry Muslim mob. Indians have their own internal battle to fight. Lower caste Dalits are still being murdered simply for the crime of loving women from upper castes or for no reason at all.
27-year-old Dalit man was hacked to death in broad daylight in Tamil Nadu's Tirunelveli district. His family alleges it to be a caste-based honor killing.
And then lynching of Muslims for carrying or transporting cows or mere allegations of eating beef.
Instead of faking absurd tweets and mass sharing it, my rational Indian friends should focus on amplifying these genuine atrocities. We can only build a better society by confronting the truth, which is already ugly enough. We don't need to add spices to make it uglier. I will see you in the next one. Peace.